Hello everyone, it is me, Guillotine. Welcome back to another Acies Battle Runes video. I was finally able to put together the footage of myself and Invader running some team matches over on his live stream. I'm going to put the link to that live stream down in the description below. Be sure to throw Invader a like, a follow, check out some of the streams. I do want to give a quick shout out to our mutual friend Jaden, who was able to make this connection happen. Jaden speaks a little bit of English, and Russian is his first language, and I know zero Russian, and Invader doesn't know very much English at all. So thank you, Jaden, for making this happen. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully we can do it again soon. By the time you're watching this, a balance patch was released for me last night. A lot of big changes coming to the game. I think it's going to really shake up the meta and create some new interesting unit compositions. It seems to be taking a little bit of the power away from some of the spells, and you're going to have to rely more on your unit composition, your owl play, and those runes, the upgrades, if you will. But anyways, we're going to start game one, so let's get into it. We definitely got off to a little bit of a rocky start, dropped a few games. I think this ends up being our second win. And against some pretty heavy hitters. We got Rain Legend over there. We've got Mid, who for a minute was #1 player in the world. I think they're #3 at the moment. Invader making a little call out saying watch out for some ninjas. And their third teammate, Matros. On our side, we've got myself, we've got Invader, and Wheat Wiki, which is one of Invader's friends. I really like this map. It's a 3v3 map. It ends up coming down to who can control the corners, really. Each player has their own kind of natural base. There's 3 expansions that you're pretty much given, 2 right in front, and then 1 player has 1 down to the left. There's 2 spots to expand in the middle, one of which is facing your direction and the other facing your enemy's direction. After some initial scouting, we get our first little engagement here. The Iron Pants unit down there is very good versus the Hellgate, and it's also pretty good versus Vikings if you can occupy the Vikings. Once the Vikings can kind of stun you with their axe throwing, it's kind of over with for you. Some fighting over the top left. It looks like someone's already got a tower up there, an ice tower. And then some trade back and forth with some Vikings. A Hellgate goes down, and in comes a Knight. So it looks like that ice tower does belong to Matros. Hellgate comes down from Invader. Another Hellgate comes down from Wheat. And then those Cryo Mages are trying to clean it up. And then up at the top, my bats kind of come in and are able to pick off those Cryo Mages. And now I'm going to send them kind of over off to the middle. They're undetected at the moment. I'm going to see if I can catch anyone sneaking up. I'm able to hit another Cryo Mage. And now seems like a good time to start going for my third base. I'm going to go for that one that's right there in the middle with some action happening down in both corners. I'm hoping I can get it up and established. These bats are coming in to try to clean up the tanks, but mid does have a mini dragon. However, just the amount of bats I have is able to kind of overrun them one at a time. So I am able, right here you see, to shut down this expansion by mid. Take out all the tanks, all the mini dragons. I'm about to take down that knight. This mini dragon survives, but in come the Voduns that are going to really help out, and some shadow fighters. He's finally got the reinforcements to hold me off, so I accept the fact that I was able to delay it. I'm stationed outside of his base, regroup before I push on in. Here comes a little run by Rain Legend. However, Wheat's tanks are able to clean up those dogs before they do too much damage. That electric tower is going to help kill the Vikings, but he does still have those cryo. He's got a Hellgate down and some tanks waiting for some reinforcements. More dogs coming in, more cryo coming in. Down at the bottom right, I was able to take out that expansion from mid completely, and now I'm bringing up the rear right here, taking out the tanks. Those Cryo Mages survive. They're going to keep putting in some damage over on the left side. Meanwhile, Invader's over here on the right, making a pretty decent push up on mid, taking out all of his workers. Rain Legend comes to his rescue, and when I see that, I decide I'm going to push just straight up the middle since both lanes are kind of being occupied at the moment, and I know that the third player came to the right lane to kind of make a save. Wheat clears his lane off to the left, so he's able to meet me with some tanks to give me some support. And we're going to really take out Rain Legend right here, kill all of his workers. Both those bases really in the middle go down. There seems to be a little bit of a counter push down to the bottom right, but it's going to get handled. This Knight's going to do way too much damage for a single unit, but that is okay because Invader's electric towers right here are going to suck them up and render them useless. A few Hellgates go down, but meanwhile myself and Wheat are still pushing into the top middle. Everyone's going to call GG, and yeah, it was a GG. So thank you all so much. Beating mid, even in team match, is a pretty big deal, so we were all kind of virtually high-fiving after, feeling really good. Felt nice to finally get a win. And then, yeah, here we are into game number 2. Up against a few friends and Korean players, Bailey Dodo and Ji Yul, who's now known as GG Yul, and a Russian player, Magamied. In the beginning of the video, I mentioned a balance patch that just went through, and I think that this video highlights something that I think will be an issue going forward. Hopefully it gets ironed out in the next patch. But part of that patch is that towers no longer detect invisible units, except for Watchtower, which no one really builds Watchtower. The range is really small. The damage isn't all that great. It's good against like imps and gnolls, but that's kind of it. And so the natural response is, okay, I'll just build more owls. Well, that's fine and all until you're up against someone with snipers who has the new sniper rune, which makes them invisible. Here we're going for a little Hellgate rush. Another thing that's going to be a little bit more complicated in the future is they now cost more. But this is a nice spot on this map. There's a particular brick that you can send your troops to that will be out of the line of sight of both of those enemies, unless they scout it, of course. And so we're able to get in soon and kill quite a bit of workers and do some damage. I'm about to send some sneak bombers in to take out that tower. But anyways, back to what I was saying is snipers are already pretty strong. They have a long range. They do a lot of damage. Their like snipe ability does a whole lot of damage. Their attack speed is a little bit low. However, now there's runes and upgrades for that. So if you have a higher attack speed, you're going to be doing a crazy amount of damage. And then if you're invisible, you have the range to take out any tower in the game, but towers don't even detect you anymore. And then also, if I have an owl, the sniper is going to be able to shoot down my owl, and then suddenly they're invisible again. So right here is actually, these snipers are invisible. I'm trying to get a good shot to show you what I'm seeing, but even when they attack, they are invisible. I thought that maybe this was a bug, that they would become visible once attacking. To me, that makes more sense, kind of like how bats are. But no, they're just straight up invisible, just slaughtering you. Right here, you can kind of see, like, I can't see those snipers that are shooting me. They are just invisible. He's going to come in and just take out this entire base. Yeah, I'm right here. You get a good shot on just like there's nothing there. They're just shooting. So he actually takes out both of those bases. Luckily, I do have a tower here, which this is before patch, so he can't get too close. Area of effect damage will still kill them, but they have to have units that you can see to be able to shoot. Luckily, though, I mean, it is an issue, but I'm about 50-50 in matches against people that do have them. But you just have to wait for them to make a mistake. If they have decent micro skills at all, I don't feel like there's a counter for it at the moment. Except maybe like casting like a blind spell, or maybe carrying like something crazy like 3 or 4 owls with your army. I don't know. I'm gonna have to workshop some things. I've definitely surrendered some trophies because of it. But anyways, yeah, back to the game. We're making pushes up both sides. It's kind of dead even in the moment, except they were a little bit behind because of that initial rush. I'm able to come in and take out that base down to, I guess, the top left. It's down to the bottom left of their kind of group shared space, and just going to kind of push up this ramp here. GG Yule, the one who had the snipers, does call GG, so luckily I won't have to worry about them anymore. Wheat is over here to the right, and he's just pushing and pushing into this fortress that Megamied had built, and then myself and Invader are going to just keep on pushing. We're over pushing into Bailey Dodo, who in the beginning was the recipient of our little rush, so they're already way behind. They call GG as I send some dogs down on his final castle, and then now hats off to Megamied, who held on till the bitter end, but here in a moment we are going to converge on your final castle. So GG. This was a whole lot of fun. Like I said, I'm going to link the stream of and channel of Invader down in the description. Hopefully we can do it again soon, and hopefully I can get the next one out in a more timely manner. I'm hoping that we get a new Legion Pass soon. We haven't gotten one since the kind of corporate restructure of the game. However, just with the balancing and everything, I've seen more updates in the past like 2 weeks than I've seen in an entire year of playing this game. So it's encouraging, it's positive. I'm hoping that videos like this and channels like Invader will continue to help growing the game. I've spoken directly with St. Joy, and there seems to be more of an emphasis that's going to be put on promotion as well as fair play. So my hope is that once all the balancing and everything gets ironed out, that they'll focus a little bit on some new cosmetics, maybe some new units or maps. The new map that was put into the game, I really enjoy it. Let me know down in the comments what's something that you would like to see put in the game, or something fixed. Maybe I'll make a wish list video next. Anyways, it's been real. Thank you so much, and I will holler at y'all next time. Later.